we are alive. Welcome, 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 welcome to another Not Friday. Let's get that save loaded up. How is everyone doing today on this cold and frosty morning? That was a terrible vampire. I do better vampires on a Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why. And I need a drink. Oh, hello there, Star. How are you doing? Working and lurking as always. Hello, Minotaur. How are you doing? Is everyone surviving the weather today? That is the question. Ooh, that was a loud in my ear there I got. Part of my ship made a funny noise. Not sure what it was, but it made a funny noise. And it wasn't me cracking open a Dr. Pepper. Right. So, what we do need to do... I can't remember where I parked. Where did I park? Where did I park? I parked... Oh, too low down. Oh well. Never mind. Oh, we'll just jump off and... we will go and have a look. So, when we left off last year, I had... it's nice here in Texas, you know. Can you really hate people for the weather? Oh dear. Although I do know you can get slammed with some quite serious rain, especially on the where you got the south coast there. It can be quite wet at times. Yeah. So in the time since, I'm going to go to camera mode for this because it's just easier. First of all, apart from when I was working out an approximate shape for the front, I realised I got my... What day is it again? Well, it's not Tuesday. It's not Tuesday, Gerda. Good to see you, though. Did that work? Did that work? That didn't work. Why did that not work? That did not work. Hang on a second. Don't know about what day is it. My fingers aren't working. Oh, they're saying that I did manage to cut my hand earlier, so that's a really clever thing to do. Yeah, so since we were here last time, I had to expand the circle, and I had to move the horizontal circle because its center point was like in front of where it needed to be, and I realized that the design of the ship required it to be in the right place. So this is where it's working, and it'll curve. So I've done those couple of pieces, so it'll curve, and then this piece will kind of go around a little bit and then off to a bit. Well, we're not going to be doing that bit today. What I did do, I'm going to turn the sunlight round so people can see. Just so people didn't have to watch me do this 32 times, I filled in the front part of the circular disc, which, as you can see, I've still left some of the door points there because getting them on the correct side is an issue. So that is filled. That piece is finished. But of course, on the back, it is open. And it's open because I've got the wiring to do. So that controls... It's not a Stargate build, strangely enough. No, this is actually meant to be a Vulcan ship. It's a Star Trek build. Because we did a Star Trek build, then we did a loosely based Star Trek build. I wasn't quite happy with it. We're going to go back and either change that one or just redo that one. Then we did the Star Destroyer, which turned out quite well. Good exploration, and it's on the Star Wars system, which is really, really fucking useful. But we're back to a Star Wars build this time. When this is done, you know, you mentioned Stargate. I could, if someone's got a favourite ship, this is going to be fucking really dangerous, isn't it? If anyone has a favourite ship from Stargate, then I'll try to build a base for that. I know we've got like Battlestar and Babylon 5 to consider as well, but it's what people want. tar something. Yeah, well, this build's kind of expanded out quite a lot. I'm not sure how high I'm going to be able to get on this because I started with one shape, and then realized I needed everything bigger. So our circle is expanded as a protection because obviously I had to move everything out of the bit there. Yes, Star is here. She's lurking. Yes, that's it. Because we all know that if you want a circle, you have to start with a square that's a triangle. Then you have to make it into an oblong, which then becomes a star, which then becomes another triangle, that becomes a square with multiple sides, that then becomes a circle. It's as simple as that. So, yeah. So, like I say, we've got one side done. We've got this side to do. Let's pop some light round. And obviously, apart from wiring up the thing, they still haven't fixed the lights, which is really annoying. We covered this several times. Someone changed all the texturing and lighting effects from the light boxes and the light panels, and they don't work properly. They suck. They don't look the right color. They're shit to use. So rather than making this a more appropriate color, I'm having to use the default light panel because it's the only one that actually has a noticeable light difference. I mean, some of them actually go darker and some of them are actually the same color when they're powered up, and it's like, yeah, you failed in your job abysmally on that one. So yes, what we're going to do is we're going to do some lighting to start with. I also moved all of the work area over here, so I do have some of that. Really does not show up well in that. If I go back to camera mode, there we go. So I do have some textured in the brown with the rust effect. So we're using a mixture over here of, oops, it's funny how the different lighting gives it a different look. So, I mean, over there, that looks lighter than it is here. No idea why. The outside of the ring, though, is remaining as it is. So we've got that piece there. Right. Now, we go to do our... Right, so like I say, we've got the bits here that do the lighting, so what we're going to start to do is move everything, which will be fun. Now, I'm going, because it, actually, I'll tell you what, before I actually, I will show you what the, because obviously these are the switches which do the power, and you can see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on minimal volume, so obviously it's not there, but if I go in here, this basically shows what we're running. So 17 for the volume, which I think is the lowest you can set it to on console. The distance, which is this one here, distance attenuation, that's how far away you can hear it. And then we've literally got our 4 lights that we're running. And that's that. So it's easier than it looks, which is good. So what I'm going to do, this quite annoying that they did that. I'm going to cut these loose. Because I'm going to have to fit these switches and everything in. So let's... Thankfully, this will remember the thing, which is good. And then, which one is the one? That's the one there. Right. Oops. So, it doesn't... Why doesn't it not want to... Oh, it's because I've picked up to move it, isn't it? Oh, right. So I am going to actually have to duplicate it, aren't I? That's annoying. There you go. Now I can pop it in like that. I'm going to rotate it round so it's pointing the back way. So that just gives us the wire points on the back. Right. Now, when you come around, you can see it's not showing. That's good news. That is good news. Right. What I will do, because I need to stand right there. Oh, I'll just hit my head. Good job I got a helmet on, isn't it? Jeez. Right. Insufficient power. We've got to power it up before we can use it. Oh, right. I need a temporary power line. Do 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 do. There you go. Oh. That's obnoxious as hell. But at least now you can all see how this goes, so we can get rid of that. That's nice and quiet. So like I say, unfortunately, you can only really do 17% as the minimum when you're on console. Then we can delete all of that off. And then try that one to see if it makes it a little bit better. Right. It's annoying that it has to have sound on it to be able to work, but yeah, never mind. Right, carefully take that out. Now we have to do all of this without knacking everything up, of course. Right. It's gonna, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna delete. Because the other thing is, each of these boxes then has to connect to all of the appropriate ones around in the ring. So this is box number 1. I'm going to run the risk of just trying to get this placed. Right, hang on, that's box 1. And box 2. I mean, it really doesn't matter too. Actually, yes, I could stick them together, couldn't I? That might actually save on wiring. Might not. We'll find out in a minute when this... Right. Now, we need power. Why has it activated the bite beat one? I didn't ask you to do the bite beat one. Right, hang on. I can't see where that one's gone. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. That's 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I want an actual wire, which then goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, that one went wrong. I also think I've just gone and put that on the wrong side. Hang on. I've got to put the wire on the back. Right, no, go to the back. Go to the back. There you go. Right. Is that all of them? I so can't tell if that's all of them. No. There's... No. I think I've just dropped extra wires where I don't want them. There you go. Now all 4 of them have power. At last. Jeez, that was a painful one. Right. You to there. You. No, no. What the hell? You. No, that looks like it's still attached to number 3. I don't want you to attach to number 3. I want you to attach to number 2. There we go, number 2. Now we can get into number... That's gone and legged itself to number 4, so that's number 4 there. Right, now we need to... Number 3. Right. So now, at least, we've got the first 4 hooked up. Right. We can get rid of that. Now, of course, we've got the joys of trying to get all the other bloody wires in place. I also need to get rid of these. Because these are all from when the pieces were turned. Right. Now, this is going to get messy. This is definitely going to get... I mean, I know we all like to use the wire hide tool, but... yeah. Right, so if I... drop you to there, and then take you to there. Then I can take you to there. To there. Right, and then you to there, to there, and then you're number 4. There. So now if I pull round, yeah, I had to count there. So it's going to be messy, but we all know that those the wire block things that like supposedly hide everything, they don't always work for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just one of those little glitches that happens. Right. So that one. This is the thing. Trying to look at where that one there doesn't even bounce. So I need to get myself at an angle so I can have you to there, and then take you to there, and take you to there. And then I can go up, like so. Like I say, you can imagine that if this was more than a 32-sided thing, it would take somewhat more to do it. So the other thing is, being a circle, we're kind of perpetually fighting the curve, because, of course, unlike if you're in space, you are literally trying to do everything while standing normally. Alright, let me just pull back a bit, just double check everything's... Yeah, I mean, it looks good. The only problem is, like I say, that they, because of the the fact that the lighting doesn't work properly, it's really annoying. So it's not as bright as it should be. Hello there, Wolfie. How you doing? Good to see you. Are you having a good day this fine, cold day? But yes, we are at least getting where we need. Just woke up. Napping since 8 a.m. That's it. Yes. It's only a nap because it was only 8 a.m. So that's that bit. Giving it another extra check just to make sure that I haven't accidentally pressed something I shouldn't. Why on earth do I have those panels there? I'm not sure why those pieces are there. That's because, like I say, we've got these pieces up here which we're going to be bouncing to get the angles. So I mean, when we were on this side, it went up, and basically you can imagine you've got that feeding this way. But because we want the things to come out this side on this side, then we're going from there that way, or rather from there that way. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need you. To there. Like I say, this shouldn't take too long, hopefully, as long as I don't accidentally click on something that I shouldn't. Not sure why that one's still sticking. Oh, it goes all the way down to the center of the circle. Right. Okie dokie. I need to get rid of you. Yeah, that's it. Because knowing my luck, because I was going to have something nearby, that would have totally decided it was going to ruin the effect. Right. Pop you there. We're almost at point. Come on. And then we come to this one. And then we go to that one. This is a problem with if you've got too many snap points active, because it becomes a complete pain in the bum bum. Yeah, and this should be the last set, because we're back round to the thing now. Except for the fact that one has just clicked into the wrong place. Right. So you need to go there. That's it. Then you to there. You to there. And you to there. And now let's pull round. That is the full processionary ring. There you go. Do you have a processionary ring? So we do have that. Ooh, that was not good. I fell off. Right. Now, these, as you notice, they're actually half-stepping. So I was trying to work out what was best, if that was the better way to do it. I do need to change them up, actually, to make sure that they are the correct kind of piece, because those ones are not weathered, and they need to be weathered. So I will just grab a weathered wall, and then it's going to be easier if I come on the inside to get these positioned, isn't it? There we go. So that's actually the splice line, and it's set two down to get its position right. Just thought I'd do that, because knowing my luck, I'd start to get the rest in place and then realise I've made a boob. But now we can see the lines. If I go to camera mode and we go to nighttime, and you can see all the nicely spaced thing. But you can see, even though this is meant to be night, there's not a big difference between the panels, which is really quite sad that they ruined it. But hopefully it'll get fixed. Right, now so just for those people who missed the other side of this being done, I'll drop a couple down. We need the half spacing, so we need one of them. Like that. Then we just take a normal wall, then we take that half, and you can see that's basically two away, like so. Grab one of them, stick them in there, get rid of them, then we can have a new one of them. like so. And we come down. Got that one. And that one. Now I've got to try to avoid all of those wires I've jammed in, of course, because, yeah. And I mean, come on, there you go, drop. Like so. Now, as you can see, there's a gap. That's not a problem. We get ourselves into a decent position so this finally goes into place. Conveniently placed triangle. I'll spin round to the other side to do this. Hello there, mate. How are you doing today? I take it you actually have internet now. Which obviously is extremely beneficial. It's a shame providers don't give you like some kind of a backup when there's an issue. But yeah. Right, so like I say, we use 8 triangles, and then once we've got the 8 triangles, we then just use 4 of these, like so. Spin round to the other side. Delete that. Now we want one of the squares that's already patterned up, like so. And in it goes. So if I carefully remove, and you can see how that one now fits perfectly. So I'll just do the other 2. Give me the triangle, dude. Right. So again, it doesn't matter which way around you go with the triangles, whether you go to the left or to the right. I mean, you can literally do it left and right if you want. Like so. Copy, remove, and then once that's in place, remove all 8 triangles. Get that on the right side of that. Again, we flick round. So, has Mia got snow at the minute again, or is it just wet? We actually we've lost our snow, but it was a frosty start because it took some car cleaning today. It did. So if I drop out of there, And we go to our camera view and we'll drop the sun there. We still have shade. Why do we still have shade? That's weird. Apparently something that's above the sun is able to create a lot of shade. But yeah, so there we go. That's how we get that that effect. I don't know why. I looked into this. The two mini squares in the square floor panel, which if I warning spin alert, there, if I put the light directly above for this. So here you can see we've got the two sets of like lines inside the brown square, and you can actually change the color of those very slightly when texturing. But no matter what you do, this one remains the same and has the grey insert, the grey-blue insert. No idea why, but it's a little annoying because it throws the colour off. And this is where I tested it with the metal one, but of course that just throws even more ooey gooey into the mix, so to speak. Right, let's have a look. Oh, drinks. Drink them if you've got them. So, like I say, we do have our circle. Now, this design, obviously there's a horizontal circle, but there's a piece that's going to be here in the very center, and it heads forward into the front of the ship. But I'll be doing that bit after I've got some of the back of the ship and the legs sorted out. What I will do is come around the side. Don't fall off. That would be silly. Falling off would be silly. Yeah, I mean, you do get a reasonably good view from there. I mean, when the ship's fully done, it'll be better. I just thought I can. No, I'll probably leave those there and try to reuse them. I'll see if they'll still allow me to do what I need to do. This is when I was doing the working out of which bit to do. That there doesn't need to be there, does it? No, it doesn't need to be there. That's interesting. Random placement of stuff. Not sure why it was there. Just like those two leftover pieces. It's like when you think you've finished everything, and it's a case of, nope, you've actually got this over here to do, and you forgot to disconnect all this other stuff. Now, I do need to do this chonking out piece here. This is when I was working out what I was going to do. As you can see, it's just a half width, one short wall high crossover to get the angle. We are, I think we curl round. I'm trying to remember the design. I think we have to go to here, and then as of here, that one, is that about, let me, I nearly tried using the controls for the camera view instead there. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, so it's this one here. So I'll mark that because I can't do a proper color up. What I will do is go in here. It's great that you can actually do the whole reverse coloring on these things. And then you got that one, which is that one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us our markers. Like so. So as of here, we're going to start to curve because the back of the ship is about here. which is a convenient position considering the thing there. These should have been actually more centralized positions using the halves of, yeah, because they're still offset. I haven't set these yet. Yay! That was fun. So, I mean, to explain what I mean, if I build forward, you can see it latches on here, and that square needs to be centered. So, what we can do is the old flickeroonies. Right, let's stick you there. And we will grab one of you. Right. So, we copy. Save. Copy. Move into position. And fail to put it in place because I didn't quite press the right button. There you go. Now we just need to... That didn't work. Which also means, of course, that I think that one is also in the wrong place, but I might leave that one and then take it from that one. See what it looks like when I try to join the two. And I'll even start with that one in a moment. When I get my angles right. That didn't work. Thankfully the cut on my hand isn't actually causing too much grief. And I'll do one for the back piece as well, just so I know I've got that piece sorted. There you go. That's the thing with making it the half piece, of course, because I need to get... Actually, there was an easier way to do that. Partly an easier way to do that. He says, because I should... Yeah, I could just do that. Because if I stick that piece across there... Yeah. So that's basically where it needs to be. So there is actually an easier way to do what I was doing, but never mind. Oh dear. So, is anyone actually doing strange bases? That's the other thing. Right. If I remove that, because I'm not sure why that was there, click you, I need you to go there. There we go. So that needs to be across there, that needs to be across there. Not much patience for it. Hey, it's... I would definitely say some people definitely manage To remain calm when building. Whereas, yeah, I'm not sure if I am by any means the calmest of people when it comes to building, but actually that probably would have still worked, wouldn't it? Hang on, I need the. There we go. Is that still balanced? It is still balanced. So as far as the inside piece goes, that's fine. Not a problem. So yeah, that will work from the end piece. Let's pop little lights on. It does. I mean, that's the thing. It gets dark, and yet amazingly, the lighting ring doesn't actually. It's funny how this still has a really good glow to it. This light, but you can see how it reflects through the light thing when it's turned off. Just how badly that looks. Right. We need. Come on. 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, while that goes there, we're then going to turn it out. Would turning it from there be better? Or would, if I... Yeah, turn it on the next one. That's a good one. Right, we'll turn it on the next one. So we've got those. Drop these on the outside. Whoop, no you don't. Don't be doing that. That's not where you go. Right, there you go. So, like I say, when I don't know how long this one's going to take. The outer shape of this is going to definitely take some molding, shall we say. So yeah, ideas for another build, answers on a postcard. And yeah, I mean, think of a franchise, think of a ship you like, let me know, and I'm stupid enough to try it. So, let's put you there first, then down, then no. Come on, fingers. I've not been doing this long enough to cause a problem today. There we go. And then just to avoid issues, take them off. Ever since that update where they changed a couple of things, the snap point is still appearing beyond the edge of the actual wire itself. They had this problem before and fixed it. Come on. Oops, too far. Oh, it's going to complain because I'm standing there, isn't it? It's either me standing somewhere or it's a case of your ship is in the wrong place. So, have to go to work, disgraceful. Well, I hope you have as good a day as possible there, Minotaur. Thanks for dropping by. And like I say, have a think. You might consider the idea which breaks me and forces me to crumble into a pile on the ground. Yes, build this ship. It'll be fun. Ha 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 ha. That was my semi-sarcastic laugh, by the way, just in case people were trying to work that one out. Come on. There we go. Right, before I put the other pieces on, I have also read the books. Oh, I made a mistake, didn't I? Which ship? And do not mention that big fucking Mormon thing. My God, that thing's huge. It's like a flying cake. And I can't remember what the name of it was. But I mean, the thing is, the Expanse has a lot of ships in it, which is really good. And thankfully, it's been around long enough that you do actually have the chance to grab pictures of various ships. Oh, it was the Navoo, was it? Yeah, it was huge. I nearly said something. I thought, no, there might be people who haven't watched it yet, so I'll avoid naming the fate of the ship. But yes, it was. Wow, that thing. I mean, in a way, actually, I think that ship would be pretty easy, because when you think about it, it is just the Rochi's. Yeah, that would be a harder build just because of its shape. But then again, I would say to you, would that be the ship as is or the modified version? Because the modified version is quite an interesting design. Saying that, you see, even the modified version, if you went to the trouble of building the ship, the modified one is actually not. It's a parts issue, as long as they don't start too big. Because I mean, you know, when they disguised it, and they put all the stuff on it to disguise it. So you see, yeah, that would probably be a good one. I mean, I don't know how many of the ships have actually been done by other people. I mean, it'd be interesting to have a look and see if anybody else has built any. I mean, I've not seen anyone specifically mention it. Agatha King. You see, I can't remember all the names of the ships. But hang on a second. Oh, I need to do a quick check. Oh, and there's a picture. What the hell? Oh. Oh, that's doable. I would really hope There are a few shots from different angles. 6 engines. Ooh. I could probably get the blue-grey colour scheme as well. I reckon it is doable. I think that... I didn't remember the count. Yeah. Well, that's it. It's easy to do the Canterbury. I just need to make a debris field. Too soon? But yes. I mean, Mars, as we know, has several... I mean, the really big ships that they're well, not including the... that really silly thing. But the big warships and stuff, I mean, some of them are a little easier. But... I have a partly built Romulan warbird somewhere, and that did pig me off something, because there was a certain bit I got to, and I'm like, bloody hell. But it's still there, but I might, if I'm going to do the Romulan warbird, I might actually destroy what I've made and literally start fresh, sort of thing. The thing is, you see, the green lighting doesn't work now. That's the other thing. Because when I started that, the green lighting worked. Because obviously it's going to be green, because it's the Romulan warbird. And, yeah, they've got some really fucking awkward curves on them. And I mean really awkward curves. But yeah, it kind of annoyed me a tad with the whole bit to do with the lighting, because the lighting just kind of, it just messed it up. You know, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you playing at? You know. Right, so hang on a minute, that's follow it round, follow it round. Did I stick that on the wrong side? I think I stuck those on the wrong side. I stuck those on the wrong side, didn't I? I did stick those on the wrong side. Because now every time I get close to the beat bite thing, it's going to like repeatedly start making the and you're like, come on. There we go. Come on. Kim, there we go. Right, you see, that's the other thing. This is why these are all the way back here. It's because now I've got a gap, and it's because of that having been pulled all the way back to allow for what was happening. But I will fill that piece in. I've kind of got really stuck into, like, I want to put this curve in. I need to remember how wide the back of the ship is, and I think Moonbase Alpha. I'll tell you what is a massively long-term project, and it is a long-term project, and I've started it, and it was Hadley's Hope. Because, first of all, I'm still not happy with the place I'm on, but it's a desolate place. Then I had to find somewhere flat. And I found somewhere flat. And then it was laying it out. And I put the first piece down and then realized it was bigger. So I then respaced it and got the spacing of the 4 main footprints sorted. Then I had to move 2 of those backwards a bit because it had to have a wider central corridor. And I tell you, trying to find detailed blueprints. I mean, you can find internals of the buildings, or some of the buildings, because of people who have played like role-playing games. But the outdoor shots, you've got the original sketches, which are not very high quality because obviously people just take them, mush a thing onto the internet, and and it does it, but it's a long-term thing. But Moonbase Alpha actually, I think, would be easier to a degree. He says, thinking carefully. Right. The back of this ship should be when I find... That is not the bit I'm looking for. Why did I not... Oh, there they are, pictures. Why did I not put it in the thing? Oh, I'm glad I checked. Right. Halfway. It's a bit more than halfway, isn't it? I mean, there's a bit of artistic license because there's a little bit of the flat surface at the top of the ring that's going round, which isn't quite as big as it should be. So basically here on this edge, I mean, you can kind of see that there is a bit of a flat edge showing because of the way it's made, but that there, in theory, should probably be twice the width, but yeah, you know. I mean, I suppose I could double up on the panels and make the inside, but it depends. If I've got the parts, I'll see about making that adjustment. I'm just going to go up and look, because according to the design, it says we go... Oh, it doesn't go quite as far back as I thought it would. So no, we want to take... Right, so we are going to go to the next one, and this is where we're going to turn it round to the back. And here, we've basically... It's going to be to there for the engines, but it'll come about half a floor back for the, because there's a centerpiece. There's like, well, I'm saying engine. I think there's basically an engine either side, which is about 3/4 of a panel in scaling. So if I grab that, like so, then that'll give you an idea to where the back of the ship is. So I have to take it from there and curve it. I have to curve it. So, yes. There is another design which is very similar to this if you look at it side on, but it's longer and sleeker. What's this one called again? Dekier. Yeah, it's based on the Dekier. I've just noticed a blue light that has to be fitted just here. So we need a couple of blue lights. Thankfully, the pill lights still work. They aren't a complete mess yet. So let's get rid of that. Thankfully, orange light is fairly straightforward in this game, because the engines, strangely enough, are orange. So, which is good. The fact that building still works as well as it does in this is a good thing. because that would kind of like, I think a lot of people would be extremely knocked off, shall we say, if they kiboshed the killing. The killing of kiboshing the killing. My God, brain not working. You see, this is what happens when you're thinking about 5 things at once. There is murder afoot. Watch out for the murder. Right, take out the red marker. Remove, copy, and place. Right, now we're going to turn it, because basically we're going to have that there. This is going to go steeper up for the engine. I mean, this ship is meant to be a lot bigger than I'm building it, but it's going to take enough parts that I really don't think... I mean, I suppose if I knew how many parts I used in the final design, if I could effectively double what... So if I get away with... Even if it comes to 1,800 parts, because some parts don't need to be doubled, then I could, in theory, double it and still come in at just under 3,000. But if it goes over the 2,000 just for this, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. And like I say, there's a centerpiece which sticks out. I'm not quite sure why that is so on the design, but it is. Right, I need to tweak the design somewhat. Right. What is going to be the best way to do a turn? Yeah, I'm going to use the short square. Copy. Oh, I went and hit the wrong button. That's clever. There we go. Right, so we need it to pivot, so I want the small one. Oh dear. Hang on, we need a long... Give me a long one. There we go, we've got a long one. Right. So now that that's there, it is going to be a narrow one to twist it. Yeah. Indeed. It is indeed what she said. Right. Copy. There we go. And then... Nope. There we go. Right, let's have a check. Let's have a think. I need it to go a certain angle. I should have actually done that from here, shouldn't I? Yeah. So... It's funny how I always seem to get the... It's like, oh, you've got to do an angle from this direction. I will always go to the other side first. I don't know why. I did it on the Star Destroyer as well. In fact, I think I've done it on just about every ship. Right, let's remove that. We're turning, so let's go here. Have I got this the right way round? Have I got it the right way round? Yes. I just now need to plonk that in the middle. Right. So if I can remove that, and that's going to be, see, it's not a half. It's not an actual half. That's a third, which should be, oh, is that 6 triangles? 6 triangles to make that? I think it is. Right. Move that. I've got a triangle I can just copy. No, I need to pull it, don't I? So it'll actually be, hang on. It's on this side to that. So I need that edge, so I either need to go that way or that way. So no, we can do this. Right, 6. Now, of course, we need to... because as I see, it needs to be there, goes to there. Yes. So we need a small one. We do that. Then we need a big one, which again is what she said. There we go. I think it's funny, you know, I must think in triangles a lot. There you go. Now, it's pointing in the right direction, but it's also pointing in the wrong direction. Because it is meant to curve slightly. So, would it be better to curve it from the other side? That would be the question. Because that really could be done with being half of that. And we go back to the drawing board to have a look at the design. Oh no, hang on. Ooh, actually, it curves from the very back. Oh, right. Okay. So, this piece here is meant to be turned a bit. So, okie doke. If I remove that, put one of them down, grab the long one, and then come back down. Right, and then we can, because we want that to turn to there. Ideally, we should have probably moved that a little bit further backwards. Right. Right, put you there. And we are literally going to take that one out and make that the center point. Oops. There we go. So, from there, we also need to do that. Then because that was there to go that side, so that would go there to go that side, but I needed the half distance. So like so. No, no, not that. Not that. You pressed the wrong button. Oh, bugger. Right. Did I? No, I just did do that the wrong way, didn't I? Right. There we go. Not quite half the distance, but it is a turn. And it needs to turn. So if I now use the half, put it on there, and then because it only comes out at, I'm not going to say it. People take everything out of context around here. Right, there you go. So that is now where that needs to be. The only thing is, I now need to turn it from here. So I can pop that there, pop that there. Pop you there. This is always fun. Right. I don't know how many times we actually get the various pieces that need doing. Right, so there we go. We've got you to there. So he goes there. No. There we go. Right, we basically need to do what we did again, which is and then we have this joyous bit of backwards and forwards. Did I just do that wrong? Yes, I did do that wrong. Now, is that enough of a turn or not? No. No, this time it has to be a slightly tighter turn, doesn't it? Although we are still, yeah, because that's the yes, so it does need to be a tighter turn. So does that mean we could actually just get away with that one instead? Yes, we could. We could just use that one. And then we just need the infill to turn it. So we're basically going to do the same again. And this time we will take the shallower turn. Nope, I need another one of them first, don't I? Stickity-doos. That goes there. Then we need the... Nope, that didn't work. There we go. That goes there. And then from there, we need to do the same as we did. We need a lock point. Can we stick that one there? And we stick that one there. There. Don't be an arse. Like so. And then literally, because we want the... This is going to be fun mess to clear up, isn't it? There we go. That didn't snap in the right place, did it? I don't think that snapped in the right place. Right, so if we pick that one up and you go there. Oh no, it did. It did snap in the right place. Wow. Plus it'll look a lot better once I get the fatter walls in place. Bloody hell. Well, there you go. So, now I need to replace the various pieces of wall with the... Hang on. You go there. Like so. Nope, that's not going to... There we go. And then this one. There we go. And then that one. Like I said, that doesn't need to be there, but that now gives you the back shape, which has to be replicated on this side. I will fill in the rest of the circles so people aren't having to watch me do another. How many have I done? I've done 3, so there's another 29 of those to do. And for the part counts, people, that's 29 times 4. So that's another 100 pieces just to fill in the circle. Oh, right, what next? So, like I say, this back engine piece, again, we have a quick... unfortunately, the way that I stream, I'm unable to display a picture for people, but I will still try to give a reasonable representation. This middle piece, it's about a third, isn't it? Or just short of a third. So if I grab that, do that, then no, not do that, but do that, then that, then that didn't work. Copy, save, copy, glitch. Oh, don't be a twant. See, the fingers are getting tired now. Yeah, the fingers are getting tired. This is why I only do an hour and a half. Right, so we've got it in the middle. I should technically have used a thing, but yeah. So that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, how much does it stick out? Strangely enough, that is probably about how far it sticks out, but I don't know. I think on this design I would want it a little closer in. There you go. And that's how far we'll have it stick out. So the engines are here. This is going to have some sloped sides, angled sides, which will be the... So, I mean, it's like... If you can imagine, that's going to... I'm just trying to like give an idea. That's not very well positioned, but yeah. Why not? I had the other one so I could do it, but for whatever reason it doesn't want me to. Having said that, the easier way is to do this. This is just quick placement for demonstration purposes only. So, I mean, they kind of angle like that, filled in blunt at the bottom, and then you've got your engines either side, which are they're like a rectangle where one of the short sides is slightly larger than the other end. So you've got three different sizes to it. But Viva, sort that out. I don't think I can do orange light. Can I? Can I do an orange light? I don't know. I'm not sure if I can do an orange light. But anyway. We got a bit more done. We got the lighting sorted the best we can, considering the issue with the light panels and light boxes and the likes. I would have been using light boxes for some of the side lights had they been worth it, but they are useless, so I will probably have to use the bottle lights to try to push a little bit of stuff down the sides. But until next time, that's going to be it for today. Thanks very much for being here, and I like the ideas for the ships. Definitely going to have to have a look at some of the ships, and I will catch everybody again soon. And You know, I had an idea for Tuesday, and I've actually now just gone completely blank. But yeah, keep an eye out. And then we'll probably be back here in No Man's Sky in a couple of weeks, possibly next week. Depends on what happens. Busy and all that lot and everything. So, like I say, thanks very much for being here, and catch you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye for now.